Good evening all. A very warm welcome to all of you for this exclusive webinar session on data analytics. In this session, students will get an overview on data analytics, what drives decision making and optimization across industries, demand for data analysts, and more. We'll also have a Q&A round towards the end of the session. Participants can put their questions in the chat box. For today's session, we have with us Brahmachari Maheshwara Chaitanya, who currently serves as a Director of Admissions, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Deputy Controller of Examinations of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri campus, and also serves as a Contest Director for ICPC for the past 10 years. He has more than 14 years of teaching experience in the field of computer science and engineering. We welcome you, sir. Over to you now.
I think it was a very quick intro and it was so fast. Fine. Data analytics is one of my interesting subjects. And the reason for being that is definitely the, I should say, the position I hold at Amrita. As both the Directorate of Admissions and Deputy Controller of Exams. Another interesting fact I would like to just give you is I also manage an international programming contest, and that has been happening for the past probably 16 to 17 years by now. And one of the case studies which I'll be explaining here is based on the experience of a similar contest that was hosted for the girls students among the across the schools. Basically, I have that passion of teaching, so this will be like a lecture, not a complete marketing sort of presentation or a session. So please bear with me in case if you feel that the slides are more textual, because it's more like a lecture. So thank you for being here, and let me explain why data analytics is important. Be it a finance guy, be it a marketing guy, be it an HR guy, be it an operations guy, and you all work with different domains ultimately after MBA. Data is something which is more and more valuable than I strongly believe that it is human life. And we all know that most of the mobile applications or most of the websites keep tracking us. Most of the devices, the gadgets, everything will definitely capture the data. Probably may not be your identity. Recently, I was trying to respond to one of the chat messages that I received on WhatsApp. And Google Assistant was able to help me in doing that, which means that even Google Assistant read a Malayalam sentence that came as a message on WhatsApp, which means that one application can read the data from another application for the user, for the consumer. So that is the way in which the data revolution is moving forward. And from my own experience, the decision-making process is one of the important factors in any business world. And second is how you optimize the resources, how you optimize your budgeting, or how you optimize your operations. That also is a matter of concern. So given the situation and even moving forward, we will see that the data analytics or the people with the data analytics skills will definitely have a higher demand. Now, why data analytics? See, if you look at the way in which we handled COVID, I would say that it was completely digital. You take the online classes delivered from the schools, from the colleges, or even online courses. You will see that there is a huge usage of cloud, and cloud is something which is growing and growing.
So nobody wants to save the data in their own device. You have the cloud architecture built for you, customizable, and you just pay some, $50 or 75 or 100 based on the data, the volume you need. That's all it's about now. So that has created a space for something called as big data. And big data is going to be the asset for the business. The reason is, you just take the concept of a toll gate, the toll gate having FASTag. From an e-governance perspective, you will get crores and crores of data every day, and it is possible to analyze, it is possible to track, it is possible to identify, and it can be used even in an investigation. So that is the power of data. Now decisions are made mostly on assumptions. Now when you enter into the data world of data, you take the decisions based on the facts. You have the proof in front of you. It is not based on the emotions, assumptions, and intuitions, or based on the past experience. No, or just not from informal information you get from different people. Now you will definitely be able to predict the trend for the future, or you will get so many answers to so many questions. And there is definitely a business value you will find in big data. So when it comes to academics, when it comes to your career plan, assuming that you may be an MBA aspirant or you may have completed MBA, then the roles defined for a data analyst ranges from a data analyst officer to chief data officer. Because now even in most of the multinational companies like Amazon, the roles are changing. You will find chief security officer, chief technical officer, technology officer, chief finance officer, chief data officer. It is something which is already part and parcel of the industry now. And what are the uses of data analysis? You definitely understand the market conditions. It is not just reading the newspaper. It is not just reading the content, reading some paragraph. You are convinced with the help of data. And we saw how the COVID vaccine was administered, and it was completely a data visualization. You can expect how the needs of the consumers is changing, and you find a room for the areas, a room for improvement in different areas, different domains. If you are in the hem of let us say a finance office, you can definitely optimize the budget. You can earmark the budget for the growth and expect some profit. And the decisions are always informed decisions. You boost an operational efficiency, improve the quality with reduction in the cost. So given all this, ultimately the aim is to reduce the risk, because you are taking the decisions, allocating the resources, defining the trend based on the data you have. And of course, the most important aspect is to innovate or find out new opportunities, introduce new products. And how, just like Google, what Google does, because Google uh, provides services, Google provides the different products based on the data analysis they do with the data gathered from different people, different users, millions of users. Or it could be also from millions of search results. What exactly are the consumers searching for? So these are all the key uses of data analysis. Now you can tell a story with data visualization. You visualize the data. And one of the biggest challenges that the business face, how to present the data. That is where you bring in charts, That is where you bring in different type of data visualizations with multiple colors also, and mostly it is the chart is being used. If you go to Google Analytics, you will find that it is chart. You can always think of, if you are an operations guy, what is it that going to do with this amount of data, and how do you manage it? How is it possible to store? For example, let us say you have gigabytes of mobile data to be transferred. You are planning to buy a new mobile. A simple example. Again, it is data. Where you back up the data, where you take the where are you planning to back up the data, and where are you planning to store the data? So for all the organizations, one of the important aspect is to identify a strategy based on the business needs, even for data storage. Whether you will be storing the data in the local computer, whether it will be stored in the cloud, whether it will be an Excel file, whether it is in a database, it could be anything. So database, data storage, etc. So suppose if you are working in a marketing company, you are working in a marketing section, marketing division, how will you manage with the output or the results you got at the end of the year? Will it be a completely Excel file, or will you store in a database, structured database, or will it be in your own laptop, or will it be in the cloud? On which all are the mechanisms which we can use? Now, where all it is used. Now, even I have heard that the MBA graduates are required even in the healthcare sector. Even in the healthcare sector, to manage the resources effectively. Mostly it is operations. It is apart from marketing, the healthcare sector is hugely growing, and these are some of the domains in which the data analytics is required. It is growing and growing with the implementation of 5G and the technology of the Internet of Things. And one of the odd man out, or one of the different wherever you use a drone with the help of a camera, the data is being generated, and the data generated is being stored somewhere. So data analytics opportunities are there in almost all these sectors. And most crucial, most important segment is transportation. Transportation is going to be the heavy thing, because you see that there is a huge explosive development in e-commerce segment. The moment you see that there is a growth in e-commerce segment, you will find opportunities in supply and logistics. The moment you have supply and logistics, you need transportation, and without transportation, you just cannot operate a business. So that is one of the important key aspects which I wanted to highlight, because almost all the transportation, the vehicles are connected over the internet, either with the help of sensors and or with the help of GPS. So this is how the industry is now growing. Now, another aspect is that you have the power of machine learning. I always used to quote the example of Netflix. Netflix is OTT platform. We all subscribe to Netflix with the help of, maybe by paying for 3 months, 5 months, 6 months or so. And how Netflix is presenting the image of a picture, image of a cinema, image of a movie. And what is the kind of image that I see in order to attract me to view that movie? So let us assume that there are multiple genres, like horror movies, romantic movies, sci-fi, adventure, action, thriller, mystery. So suppose if I am a person who always watches the action movies, a movie with little kind of action, little kind of mystery, little thriller, they will present it as an action movie, so that I watch it. Exactly the same movie will be presented to some other person who likes thriller with that image of the thriller. So which means a same movie, same product, same service is being presented to multiple people based on the behavior of the consumers. So it helps with the help of algorithms, and algorithms is highly what do you say, intellectual, or highly skilled to find the behavior of a person, behavior of the consumer. And when we talk about the big data is not just revolutionizing the business from the business angle, but also helping the public. Let us take the case of a simple app. Let us take the case of Swiggy. The moment you order food, you get the information that how much time will it take, what is the time to be time taken by the delivery boy to reach you, and it keeps updating. How does it happen? It is based on the past experiences, it is based on the past data. Now you get whole bunch of reviews about the food, reviews about that restaurant, or the Swiggy app itself will recommend you food. And basically I would say that when the COVID lockdown happened, most of the people had to rely on this kind of food ordering apps. Just like I mentioned about the toll gate, this is also one of the examples. Or let us you take the case of Uber or Ola. Such kind of data is being utilized or being mined by these two apps to serve the society, to give the user a better experience. Which means that even there you will find cloud technologies, you will find machine learning algorithms, and you will find mining of the data. So I would like to present 4 different type of data analytics. One is the descriptive analytics. It will answer the questions about the success or failure of the past performance. So whether our project was a success or was it a failure, it will answer the question. So you start analyzing the data. Now there is something called as diagnostic analysis. You dive deep into the data to find out why this happened. It is to build a kind of insight and find out why, what is the cause. Now you predict what may happen in future in case if I move in the same direction. Do I need to move to different direction? That is prescriptive analysis. Provides guidance on what action to be taken based on the insights from predictive analysis. So I am here to present one small case study. As I had mentioned earlier, basically we as director admissions and the contest director, I wanted to have more and more students who are interested in coding to participate in a competition. So we completed the first episode of this competition in early 2022. Now we are aiming for the 2023, that is the second edition of the exactly the same competition. And mind you, this is only for the girls. Only for the girls, that too from the schools, not the college girls. And why there is a purpose for this? We wanted to have more and more girls coming into the tech industry with the idea of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So that is the whole objective. So we have an objective for a contest, and the contest is a platform for the girl students to participate and get prizes or get training or get internship, etc. But the overall the purpose is to get brilliant students onboarded in for the programming competition. Now the 2022 programming competition, it was totally skewed against with towards 2 or 3 states, just 2 or 3 states. And why? Because there were a lot of drawbacks in terms of outreach. And the interesting fact is that the hardly 9th and 10th class students participated. And that also there was it was skewed towards CBSE schools. We wanted to have more state students also to participate. Mostly it is very hard to reach out to the schools, especially the government schools, the state schools. Now, those who participated, the knowledge was very, the coding, the understanding about the coding was very less. The participation was too less than registration. So let us assume that 100 registered, but only 20 participated. And even those who participated, they were not able to perform well. Probably the reason is that they were not having much training, much skill, much idea on how to solve a problem. And we found that there is a fear among the students to participate, because probably because they are attending for the first time, or they are completely new to this the kind of coding environment. They may be good programmers, and now the teachers were not aware of such a competition, which is very, very critical, because being a school teacher, we wanted the students to attend, or we wanted the teachers to convey this to the students, that this kind of a programming competition is being organized. Now, how you analyze this as from the theoretical view of diagnostic analysis? Now, the thing is, diagnostic analysis is to give insight to why things happened. Now, you take case of 2022. I said that only 2 or 3 states, students from only 2 or 3 states. Now we realize that the outreach and the campaigns were not that effective. So that I had to dig into the way in which the communication went, the way in which it was taken to the schools. And the aspect is that how you create the awareness. And also I had to talk to the people. So one of the important aspect is talking to the people, gathering the information, and you correlate that information with the data. And the next is that only specific classes participated. The communication was poorly phrased. You know, whenever we start conveying something, I'm very clear, whenever we start conveying something, that message has to be very clear. What we intend to convey must be there in the message. So we clearly mentioned that anyone from class 8 to 12 can participate. Now, how did we make sure that the participation from both the CBSE and state schools is balanced? We tied up with the best schools in city and state. Now, next is very, very important. See, to handhold the girl students among this across the schools towards the programming competition is very tough. The reason is one important thing is everybody don't have the laptops. Next is everybody doesn't have the internet access. And one important thing which we found that the registered emails was of the parents. Now you see how the problem lies. It is a diagnostic analytics that helped us to understand the problem and devise a solution. So that is why we thought of having more information given to the teachers or the mentors. So I am sure that this will be helpful for you, because all these aspects is very crucial and critical when you go completely online, when you go completely over the internet. So we conducted practice sessions, we conducted training sessions. So those who participated, were comparatively less than registered. Why? Because the after the practice session, they had a fear. They had a fear that they will not be able to cross the required number of problems. And how do you instill that confidence? For that, we started training sessions, periodical training sessions. You can try visiting amrita.edu/algoqueen. Algoqueen is the contest. You can just search, do a Google search, Algoqueen. Algoqueen will, that web page will give you the exact same case study. So instilling the confidence, training them, conducting practice sessions, even talking about the problem solving techniques made them participate. And we also made sure that all the teachers in the schools from where the students are participating, they are given a very clear understanding, about the competition. So this is what is very crucial. It is diagnostic analysis. Now I'll talk about both predictive and prescriptive, which is partially which I have already conveyed. More outreach programs made the students and schools to get onboarded, because it was not confined to these to few states, rather it was spread across the country. I'll show you the chart. Now we targeted even the high school students through proper communication, and we made sure that we tie up with media companies, we tie up with different vendors to reach out the schools, so that the distribution of the schools across CBSE and state is equal. We started contacting the principal, the school authorities, to nominate the best talented students. So to identify our target audience, let me make it very clear, to identify our target audience, we have to find out which is that group and how to reach that group. It is very, very important. So we targeted that group of students who were very much interested in coding. We asked them to nominate. We asked the school authorities to nominate. And those participated were less than who registered. So what we did, we trained the students, that encouraged them to participate in the competition. And how did we manage to improve the performance? Training sessions. Training session, what I told in the beginning is different from this. This is specifically for those who participated in the practice contest. We took each and every one of them online, and we started explaining about the solutions, how it was developed, and that made the students confident. we even conducted a programming camp in one of our campuses. We made 130 to 140 students attend the camp. So that was very, very clear. That was very important insight for us. And then only we realized that the emails are completely driven not by the students but by the parents. So this is the chart. I mean, this is the data. So this was derived from pivot table. I don't have time to explain about the pivot table, but this is what the data generated from almost, like I would say, something like 10,000 records. If you take the grand total, you will see that the data is mostly from 3 to 4 different states. Now the distribution across the classes, even the graduate students, some of the graduate students have registered. So this is the basis for any data analysis or to arrive at a specific decision. And this is the most important aspect of the functionality in Excel, Microsoft Excel, or in any spreadsheet application. And now there are a lot of applications like Tableau, Orange to analyze the data. But this kind of a pivot table will give us insight into different type of issues, insight into the answers for different questions. And now when I look forward, probably for the next upcoming competition, I'll have to focus on the states where I don't have more than 10 students in total. So this gives me a glimpse of which all states are performing, which all classes are performing, or what is the kind of approach I should take in different states to get the students onboarded. So this is the impact of data analysis. Now let us say how you utilize. Now either you are a working personnel in one of the domains, or if you are an MBA aspirant, let us say there are 4 different specialities, and how you apply this case study in 4 different specializations. See, a human resource person can easily make out that one state, let us say in the chart it is Tamil Nadu, one state has the highest count. So he can immediately imagine that, okay, the students from Tamil Nadu will be much more better or great, or they will be more interested in coding. Let us say tomorrow there are more students from the north. Then we can say that, okay, from this state, there are more students interested in coding. I'm not naming any state, but given the data point, and he can make a decision. He can make a decision based on the context. So there are a lot of companies like Google, Facebook, etc., running different programming competitions to find out the best talents. And this kind of a chart will give them from which country the best brains are getting evolved. So that is from the human resource point of view. It is totally about recruitment. Now, when we come to marketing, so let us say I am the marketing guy and I have this data. Now, how do you utilize this data? One is to use this for selling of the online courses. So I have coding classes, I have coding videos which I want to sell. So I know that these are the states having the highest potential to sell an online course. Or probably I can make out that, okay, these are the states in which I need to improve. Let us say this is the contest is being run by an organization in the IT industry. So I want to spread this out across other states. Even this data can be utilized for that. So finance person can allocate the funds for the above, for both for human resources and marketing, based on the top performing states. The crucial aspect, especially in the digital world, when you look through the operations eye, it is, let us say you are running online courses or online classes for an edtech industry. And as an operation guy, you will have to allocate more resources, because we see that there's a larger participation from a specific state or specific cluster. So you know that suppose if all the people from this specific segment access the resources through over the internet, then you will have to allocate more resources. It could be more memory, it could be more bandwidth, it could be more storage space, anything. Now, this is what the MBA aspirant is expected to understand with the help of a case study, and how all the all the MBA specializations will get benefited, and it is utilization of the data. Now, when coming to Amrita MBA, we have the data analytics courses in multiple trimesters. And there is a specific course on business analytics. Even the analytics is cross-listed with marketing, and there is marketing analytics also. There is digital media strategy. So you can find out it from, I don't want to talk more about it. If you are interested, you can find it out from amrita.edu/MBA. Now I will just quickly go through the slides on the admission process for MBA. It is based on the Amrita entrance test for the MBA, Amrita MBA entrance test AMET. That will be conducted in the month of February and March. Now we also offer scholarship. specifically for the students who complete AMET, and the fees itself is either 50% or 25% or no fees, and that is across all the campuses. So why you look for Amrita MBA? Because we have dual specializations, we have international collaborations, we are excellence in research, we have updated industry oriented curriculum. When you talk about 5th ranked university in category 1, we have the autonomy to change the curriculum based on the industry needs. So that is one of the greatest advantage. Now there are 5 campuses and 6th campus we are waiting, that is in Nagarkoil. We have a decent MBA placement statistics. 96% of students are placed and 120 companies visit, with the highest LPA of 19.63 and average of 10.32. If you look at the fees, investment in fees and the return, you will see that the ROI is far better. Now, even for math students, you will find the scholarship in Kochi and Amritapuri campuses. Now, let me conclude. In case if you have any queries regarding admissions, please contact this website or the number or the email. Now, let me conclude. Thank you for listening patiently. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer. No
So there
questions.
are no questions in the chat box.
No questions is because you all understood what I explained, or you are not interested in knowing more.
So should we wait for a couple of minutes more for any questions? Or can we conclude?
But I would like to understand how the session was. Just you can just type on the chat. Was it good or bad?
So we have Anand Ashok
Thank
saying
you,
it was
Anand.
good.
Okay. Basically, what I wanted to all of you to ensure is whenever you have a theory concept, you must make sure that it is applied in the real time. That is the crux of business analytics or data analytics. Can you please explain about the AMET exam? Okay, now it is AMET exam is only for the students who aspire to be the join Amrita MBA. That is first thing. Second thing is we are conducting it in 4 slots. That is on 24th of February and 5th of March. You can find out the syllabus in a website, that is amrita.edu/MBA. How many batches are there in Coimbatore campus? 3 batches. It is 3 batches. I would like to know if you will be interested in more sessions, just like data analysis. Any model question paper? Yes, Veda, we are conducting mock exam. If you go to amrita.edu/MBA, you will find a link to mock exam. Can you please give contact number?
Yes, sir. I'll put it in the chat.
You can type it here, Shruti.
Yeah. Yes,
I would like to know more about the minimum criteria. There is no such minimum criteria, Pavan Kumar. I have 75 percentile in math. With this score, definitely yes. You can definitely write AMET as well as you can apply with this score. You can try both. I hope the doubts are now over. Thank you so much for attending this session, and we will have more sessions just like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We'll now conclude the session by thanking Maheshwara sir for his valuable input, and hope that students have gained a lot of knowledge about data analytics and also regarding MBA at Amrita and also about AMAT. For any further queries regarding our MBA program, you can contact us at 044-481-33344, or you can mail us at mba@amrita.edu. Goodbye and take care. Thank you so much.